Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. It's Wednesday morning, and I'm coming to you live for, I'm not sure what day, but 30 days of live tips, tricks, inspiration, all from Better Health Best Self and me, Krista Shook. I'm so excited to be with you today. I am enjoying this. Well, I would say I'm enjoying this rain a little bit, but I'm really praying for everyone today that's out. If you're in the Dripping Springs area, just praying that it doesn't flood anymore. So if you consider some prayers and thoughts this way, just to keep all those people that have been just really affected by some flooding here lately, that would be great, because this weather is kind of crazy here. So anyway, today I wanted to share with you a little bit about some things that you can do to overcome fears when it comes to making changes in your health. So a lot of times we have things that we want to do, right? We talked about that yesterday, that, in the past year, we probably have several things that we wanted to do or change. And then somewhere along the way, usually something happens that stops us. And when you start really looking at what it is that stops us, a lot of times it has to do with fear. And you may not think of it as fear because it's like, well, I'm not afraid to make changes, but let me try to change your perspective here a little bit. A lot of times we're geared to avoid things, and we're just created this way, which is actually a really good thing, but we're created to avoid things that threaten our love, safety, and belonging. Okay, so whenever we're making changes to our health, sometimes that can start to threaten those things. And so then we start acting in fear, and we start self-sabotaging, and we start doing things that are going to get us off track. So let me give you an example. So let's say you're trying to lose a large amount of weight, okay? Or maybe even a little bit. But what happens sometimes with people is they start to think, well, what kind of person am I going to be if I am not the funny fat girl? I mean, seriously, those are, and it may not be consciously, but subconsciously, those are the things that kind of go in the back of our minds. Or what kind of person am I going to be if I don't have this regular ritual around food, or around, maybe it's a connection thing. Maybe you do a lot of connecting with people over food, or over certain kinds of food, or things like that. And so it starts to threaten those love, safety, and belonging things. And so it can be really powerful. And so then we start self-sabotaging and doing some things to get ourselves off track. But really, again, it's rooted in fear. So the first thing I want you to do when you start to realize, maybe I'm starting to get off track here, and start, the first thing you need to do there is become aware, right? Is to become aware that you're doing it. So, because we can't change anything if we're not aware. So start looking, when you see yourself starting to get off track, start to look a little deeper. Like, what's the thing behind the thing? Like, okay, yeah, I'm eating all the cookies at night, but what's the thing behind the thing, right? Why is that? Become aware of why that is. Second thing is, as hard as it may be, is to ask for help. I know a lot of us busy women, we don't like to ask for help. We think we can do it all, men too, I'm sure, but asking for help is so important. And, I remember in my own health journey, I started seeing a functional integrated health doctor, and asked for help there. I started seeing a therapist and asked for help with some of my anxiety, and help for some coping issues and managing stress. So another thing you can do is just ask for help, or just admit what's going on to your spouse, a good friend. There's so much power in just admitting what you need, or sharing what you need. It kind of gives that fear less power in your life if you can just get it out in the open, share it with someone. And it doesn't have to be everybody, but just sharing that with someone can give that fear less power in your life. So awareness, and then admitting, or asking for help. And then the third thing is just start taking small steps. Like I said, I started working with a functional integrated health doctor, and when I first started with them, it was like, okay, well, you need to be gluten-free, sugar-free, dairy-free. You need, all of these things. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to do all that. But what I realized is that I didn't have to do it all at once. I could make small steps that would eventually add up to something huge. And it's been several years now since I started that process. And I can definitely say, my life looks totally different now as far as what I eat, how I think, what I do. Same thing with therapy. There's some big things that I needed to do, but taking small steps every single day, it doesn't seem like much at the time, but it can add up to something huge in the long run. So again, one of my favorite sayings, you probably heard me say it before, is small hinges swing big doors. It doesn't have to be a huge action, but just start taking some small actions towards conquering those fears, towards making habit changes, towards, moving forward. Just what I always try to think of is, I may not be making huge, radical changes that people are going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. But you know what? As long as I'm moving forward, that's okay. That's my measure of success, is as long as I'm moving forward, that's okay. So, and this is a lot what I do in all of my programs that that I offer, and my individual coaching, one-on-one coaching. And so if you need some more support, some more help, some more guidance, just help coming up with a plan, I'm totally here for you. And that's what these programs are for. That's what my one-on-one coaching is for. Send me a message. Let me know if you're interested in that, because I can help you kind of really get to the root. In my coaching programs and stuff, we go so much deeper than just this right here, and really get to the root of what it is that's going on with you, how you can stop self-sabotaging, how you can move forward and really be successful in your life, in your health, in every area of life. So I would love to talk with you more about that. Again, just send me a message or give me a comment or something, and let me know if you're interested in any of those things. And tomorrow I'll be back with you live again, probably from my car as usual. And we're going to be talking about how you can keep moving forward even if you don't feel motivated, and how you can stay motivated. So if you want to hear more about that, give me a little thumbs up or comment, or say tag me in the comments, and I'll be sure and tag you on the next video. Again, I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk soon. This is Krista with Better Health Best Self. Bye.